So I bought a taco. So this is my 2002 Toyota Tacoma, or in this case, my Oda Tacoma. It is the double cab, 5-foot bed, 3.4 liter V6, automatic 4x4. Unfortunately, this is the base model, so it doesn't have the 4-wheel lock on it, but for what I'm going to use this thing for, it's probably okay. So for today's video, it's not going to be anything too crazy. I'm just going to be cleaning the interior of the car. We do still have some wildfires from Jasper, and there's some ash falling from the sky, as well as construction in my neighborhood currently. So washing the outside of the car right now would kind of just be not the best idea. So I'm just going to wait for it to die down a little bit more. So today we're just going to be doing the interior, getting it nice and fresh. Basically, I want a good base for the interior. I don't really have that many plans for the interior, just, you know, some little creature comforts. Yeah, for today, we're just gonna be cleaning the car. I've got some basic stuff. I got some microfiber, some all-purpose cleaner, some brushes. I've got my shop vac, and we recently got a steamer. So that's gonna be nice to use and get all that grime and gunk out of the interior of the car. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. All right, so first things first, I'm just going to try to get all the crap out of the car. It was pretty clean when I did pick this up. There was like no dirt, no junk. So all this stuff is actually mine. Okay. Here we go. Now, I don't claim to be a professional detailer or anything. What I'm doing is just how I like to clean the inside of a car. So if there's any professional detailers out there who's got some advice for me, I'm more than happy to hear your suggestions. So if you got any suggestions, leave it down in the comments below. The first thing I do like to do is blow everything, all the dust off of the components. Fortunately for me, my shop vac doubles as a leaf blower. Okay, cool. So I blew out basically the whole interior. It's a little dusty in there. It's still flying around. So I'm going to let that settle for a bit. So I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my sponsors for today. And just kidding, I don't have any sponsors. Now, in a perfect world, I would be taking out all the seats so that I can clean it. But again, I'm not a professional detailer. And judging by, I guess, the back of the bench seats in the passengers, it's pretty clean back here. Like, generally, these get pretty dirty if people don't take care of it that well. But there's not much for me to actually clean back here. So this truck was taken care of pretty well at some point. Again, comparing it to my, like, Yaris that I had, it was filthy. And that was a newer-ish car. So, yeah. I've said it before, but the more I clean this car, the more I realize that this thing's actually pretty clean. Like when I was vacuuming my Yaris, you could smell it almost smelled like cigarettes and dog. This one just smells like, well, old car. So I'm pretty happy with this purchase so far. You could tell that this is definitely like an Alberta car, or definitely not a car that was part of the Rust Belt, because there's no salt on the carpet whatsoever. That's just dirt caked in, but there's no salt. Maybe I can get a video of my Honda Fit in comparison, because that one has a lot of salt where the pedals are. Okay, now the interior is all vacuumed up. I didn't go too crazy. Again, I'm not doing crazy deep clean. Overall, it's actually not that dirty and not that dusty for what it is. I've got the steam cleaner so that I can do the rest of the interior, because there is a lot of gunk caked on, as you can see. I don't know if you can see any of that. And then especially in here, I'm not sure what the heck this stuff is, but I definitely got to clean that out. I'm going to clean it with the help of the steam cleaner and the all-purpose cleaner that I have, but I didn't think it was going to be, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I didn't think it was going to be this easy to clean a 22-year-old car. So again, I'm not going into any detail just because, again, I'm not a professional detailer, and this is just how I like to clean my car. Eventually, I'm probably just going to get this thing professionally done when the time comes. But for now, I think I'm doing a pretty good job of cleaning it so far, so I'll just keep going at it for now, because I'm getting kind of hungry. Okay, so I've got I've got the car as clean as I can. Obviously, it's not perfect, but for now, I'm just gonna leave it vacuum. Again, it's still pretty clean in terms of the actual crap and grime that's been on it for 22 years. So yeah, there's only a few things I need to do to the car that is for creature comfort and, you know, just general aesthetics. I have a device for my Android Auto because this has a cassette player and a CD player. I'm gonna show you how I do that because there's no Bluetooth here, but I've figured out a way to be able to get Android Auto into this car without having to change the deck. This is what I'm gonna be using. This is the smart screen from Amazon. Well, I have it in the Honda Fit, and then my dad bought one for his Yaris, and he likes it a lot. And what's great about this one specifically is you don't have to wire it. You don't have to hardwire it to your car. It just basically plugs into your 12-volt cigarette lighter, and then if you have an auxiliary in your car, it hooks right up, and then it goes from Bluetooth to your from your phone. So it works really well. I don't have an auxiliary, and there's no Bluetooth on this. It's just a CD player and a cassette. Fortunately for me, this is a cassette player, so I can use one of these things. So I bought an adapter, an auxiliary to cassette player adapter. I've used these before in the past. They work great. They're not too expensive either. So that's going to be able to let me hook up the smart screen to the car. And then I just got one of these 90-degree male to female adapters just so that it goes into the back of the smart screen a little bit better. I'll show you that in a minute. I'm not gonna do a whole video on how to install it. It's fairly simple. You just stick it onto your dash, plug it into the 12-volt, and plug it into the aux. All right, as you can see, we got it connected. I have my phone already connected to it, so Android Auto works pretty well. As you can see, I do have it kind of wired a little nice. You know, could be better, but it's okay for now. I'll probably redo it if I feel bothered enough, but other than that, it works pretty good. So I have the cassette here. I just got to push it in. It's doing its thing. All right, cool. It's in. So there is a little bit of feedback when there's no music playing, but if I play music real quick, you can't really hear it. All right, let's pause that before I get copyright strike. But yeah, that's the sound system, and you can, you know, you got Spotify, obviously you have your calling. Another cool thing about this actually is that it has a built-in dash cam. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a built-in dash cam there. It shoots, I think, Ultra HD, so just a bit better than 1080p, and you know, I've used it on the Honda Fit, and again, it works pretty good. It's got the time, the date. Just got to make sure everything's, you know, set correctly. But other than that, it works pretty good. It also works with Apple Carplay, but I have Google Pixel, so I use Android Auto. But yeah, it works pretty good. You can probably get apps for this as well. I haven't really looked into it. I just really like, you know, the other things. Uber driver works on it, so if you're an Uber driver and you have a slightly older car, works great. The only thing is you can't watch YouTube, obviously, but, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that's the smart screen. Again, it's like 90 bucks on Amazon, or 80 bucks. I don't know. I'll go check when I go edit this video. But yeah, I think that's all I have today for this video. I do have a lot of plans for this truck. Like my FRS, this is like one of my dream cars that I've ever, like one of the dream cars that I've always wanted to own, and fortunately have the opportunity to purchase one at a decent price and in decent condition. So I'm definitely going to be building this out, probably geared towards, I don't want to call it an overlander because that's not what I want for it, but if it turns into that, you know, so be it. But yeah, that's the car. This is the Tacoma, and yeah, this is just the first look of what I'm going to be doing to the car. So if you want to follow along with the journey of the Tacoma and the fit, definitely subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Help support the channel. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. But as is, I'm pretty happy with the cleanliness of this car. So I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna drive it around for a bit, get used to it. The next thing I do need to do is get tires for it, because the tires they're about 20%, 10%, you know, call it 15% left of tread. So I definitely need to upgrade those before the winter. So that's probably gonna be the next thing. And then, you know, we'll go from there. So yeah, I just want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys for watching. Comment steam cleaner in the comments below so that I know that you guys made it all the way to the end of the video. And if you did, I really appreciate it. You know, it means a lot that you guys watch these videos, and it gives me motivation to keep making them. So yeah, I guess I'll see y'all the next time. And as always, thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye.